Professor B.B.Lal ji, former Director General, Archaeological Survey of India, Dr. B.R. Mani, Director General, National Museum, Sri K.N. Dikshit, General Secretary, Indian Archaeological Society, Mr. Meera Mishra ji, Chairperson, Trustee, Draupadi Dream Trust, Lokesh Chandra ji, Taraji. I could find many important people here among the audience. Friends, brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure to be amongst the leading archaeologists, historians and scholars of ancient Indian civilization and culture today evening at my official residence. I need not dwell upon importance of archaeology in deciphering the past in terms of history, culture and the ways living as all of you are experts. I am delighted to release the 3 volumes book Felicitating a Legendary Archaeologist B.B.Lal, aided by eminent archaeologist Dr. B.R. Mani, Air Vice Marshal retired Rajesh Lal, Ms. Meera Mishra, Chairperson Trustee of the Draupadi Dream Trust, and Dr. Vinay Kumar, Department of Ancient Indian History, Culture and Archaeology, Benares Hindu University. As I learned, this book is an effort to highlight the significance of nourishing ancient Indian civilization and honor one of the tallest archaeologists of today, Padma Bhushan, Professor B.B.Lal, whose contribution has been important in unearthing some of the most significant landmarks of India's ancient history and culture. It's really amazing at this age, 98 years. He's so clear. He's so clear. I thought he will not be able to speak, to be frank with you. And we have to read only his books. But the way he is remembering the verses from Vedas, Slokas, Rigveda, and also the history and also the archaeological evidence that is found at this age of 98, something amazing really. So we all salute you for your contribution to the history and ancient civilization of India and also the memory power. That's why our culture, our tradition, our forefathers used to say, ये हमारा समाज का कर्तव्य होता है जहाँ प्रतिभा है वो प्रतिभा को पुरस्कार देना. प्रतिभा पुरस्कार हम लोग कहते हैं ना. We felicitate such great people to give inspiration to others to follow their footsteps. We are really fortunate to have you today. I feel it is a personal privilege for me as a Vice President of India to release the great work done by you and other colleagues, and also have the privilege of hearing from you personally, because our Indian history is a casualty of colonial rule. I have been a student of history. We were all told in our history books, Robert Clive the Great, the fellow who came from outside, invaded India, ruled us, ruined us, looted us, and cheated us, and we call that Robert Clive the Great. We don't give importance to Chhatrapati Shivaji, Maharana Pratap, or Jhansi Lakshmibai, or even heroes like Veerapande Kattabomman from the south, or even Muthu Ramananga Thevar, or Allur Sitaramarazu. There are so many great people who fought for the freedom of the country, and not only freedom fighters, but also people of eminence in different walks of life. We have a lot of examples of Susruta, Charaka, Dhanvantari, Bhaskaracharya, Aryabhatta, many such examples, but we have not focused enough on them or not passed on that the treasure of knowledge, the greatness of our history to our younger generation. That's really an unfortunate thing because of years of colonial rule and also the way that those rulers try to mold the opinion. Recently I have been to some of the Latin American countries, South American countries. Some of them they forgot their mother tongue because the colonial rulers first thing they do is attack the culture. And culture can be destroyed by finishing the language. But fortunately in India, in spite of their best efforts, because of traditions and foundations, our languages are still surviving. In spite of our craze for English. Nothing wrong in learning English, but we should not become Englishmen in our mind. In those countries, I asked them, what about your mother tongue? They said, after Spanish came, their mother tongue got vanished by the Spanish. None of them. And they don't study in their mother tongue. They are either following Spanish or English. Some of the African countries, they are working hard to renovate their language, etc. That's why wherever I've been going around in the country in the recent past after becoming Vice President, I'm saying that everybody should speak, promote, propagate, respect mother tongue at home. We must speak in our own language. And moreover, we must protect and promote our own language. Mother tongue, I always say, I'm saying it in this August gathering also, mother tongue is like your eyesight. Other language is like your spectacles. If you have eyesight, spectacles will work better. If you don't have sight, then you will lose not only sight but also foresight also. So we have to protect and promote our mother tongue. We have so many languages. It may be a matter of information for you and happiness that after becoming chairman of the Rajya Sabha, because the Vice President has a dual responsibility, not only the constitutional second highest authority, but also chairman of the upper house, Rajya Sabha. I discussed with officials, and now members of parliament can speak in any of the 22 Indian languages. They can speak in their mother tongue freely, and there is a vyavastha arrangement for translation. That is because bhasha or bhavana ek saath chalta hai. You will be able to articulate better in your mother tongue, one. And then history, culture, heritage, they need to be preserved because that gives you inspiration, self-confidence, Atma Gaurav. That's what is missing in our public life to some extent. So we have to really do that. When you go to Germany, they are doing research on Vedas there. And we discuss whether Vedas are there or not. This is our weakness. This is because of colonial rule. We must come out of that mindset. Yes, there has to be discussion, there has to be debate. You must have argument and counter-argument. He says Mahabharata is having evidence. Let us discuss whether there is evidence or not. It is only myth or not. You must be tolerant to the other opinion. The moment you talk in such thing, immediately the so-called great scholars, they pounce upon you. This is all myth, this is all this thing, that thing and all. And those supporters of those people, they say, no, there is less tolerance in India. You must have tolerance to the other view, the real view. And then debate. And then come out with facts. And then that really helps a civilization to move forward. India is one of the great civilization, old civilization, and this civilization is still surviving. You have Babylonian civilization, you have Roman civilization, you have Greek, you have Egyptian civilization. They are also old. But where are they, some of them? Why they are not surviving? Indian civilization is surviving and moving forward. And now if you take the modern this thing and all, when the world economy is going down, Indian economy is moving up. 7.3, 7.4, 7.5. I've been going around. And you have the evidence of the World Bank, World Economic Forum, and also ADB, and International Monetary Fund, Moody's ratings, not Moody's ratings. Moody's ratings, everybody is saying India is on the move. And also, with all our greatness, India was known as Viswa Guru once upon a time. Students from abroad, they used to come to Nalanda and Takshashila, Pushpagiri and other places to study here. And not only we, that Yuan Swang, Pa Hian, the Chinese historians, they came and wrote about greatness of our knowledge. But unfortunately, we don't promote and propagate. We don't promote and propagate. The reason is, in our civilization, we believe in the philosophy of Vasudaika Kutumbakam. The entire universe is one family. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. That everybody should be happy. Then only we will be able to progress happily. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. Share and care is the core of Indian philosophy. That's why our civilization is surviving. We must live up to that values, cultural values, ethos, and take care of some of the weaknesses that has come in our system. The caste, the religion, the region, the language, all this. Everybody should feel proud of his language. But there is no need to show disrespect to other languages, denigrate other people. We must all live in harmony. That is our philosophy. So we must carry forward. Our young children, younger generation, they will be able to do it provided if they are given proper briefing about history, proper briefing about past, proper briefing about heritage. And people like Professor B.B.Lal, they have done human service to this cause, and now the younger generation must follow the suit and then promote the same. I understand that Professor Lal, commencing with the excavation from the Harappa days in 1946, has completed 73 continuous years of research and writing on archaeology and recognition of his work. It was decided to bring out this felicitation volumes to honor his services for the cause of archaeology. We normally see holding of felicitation functions, but paying tribute to the body of work of Professor Lal through a book is something unique and truly laudable. I appreciate the organizers of this function and also the Draupadi Trust for doing this great job. Divided into 3 volumes, the first covers Professor Lal's writings that include the books he has authored and a list of seminal articles with peer reviews of his works. This volume also provides glimpses into his personal life as well as contribution from some of the well-known personalities highlighting their interpersonal relationship with archaeologists. The second and third volumes certain contributions from 37 national and international scholars covering a very wide range of subjects from Stone Age to medieval temples and paintings, significantly while throwing light on his remarkable journey in excavations and findings at some of the landmark sites of our civilization. It transports us into deep roots of our civilization and culture going back to 6-7 millennia BCE. As we get acquainted with Professor Lal's achievements, we also see the depths of our civilization, giving us a feeling of pride in our ancient glory and prosperity. Quite a few contributors are world-renowned, while there are others whose papers will be read with immense interest. The articles in these volumes highlight the heritage of ancient Indian civilization and culture. The research work of the scholars need to be highlighted. Some time back I have been to Cambodia and I have been to Angkor Wat temple. It is quite amazing. The guides there, they will be able to explain you Ramayana better than many of us. And there are sculptures on the temple, which was again built by an Indian king, Pallava kings, there in Cambodia. And there's guides in Hindi, in all Indian languages. And also on the temple also it was written in different Indian languages also, about all the details. I was so surprised to see the amount of knowledge and fluency those guides have about our great epics. And here we have to wait for Ramananda Sagar's Ramayana for our children too. So indeed all papers provide a wealth of knowledge. I am sure that book will not only find a place in libraries, but will also be read by everybody interested in ancient India. It is hoped that the papers will encourage interdisciplinary awareness and exchange of views within the scholarly community and also as among the general readers. Research is an ongoing quest for knowledge, and every achievement sets a new yardstick for younger generation of scholars. It's truly heartening to read articles by so many young scholars, and I must appreciate the editors for having given platform to them. Our effort must continue to nourish such talent and continue the ancient tradition of knowledge, Samhita, by compiling and consolidating academic research for current and future generations. 3 volumes are a tribute to the spirit and dedication of an 98-year-old learner and documenter who has set highest standards in scholarly pursuits. Although an exhaustive knowledge tome for the archaeologists and historians, the book indeed is an equal delight for an average individual interested in pursuit of historical knowledge. Professor Lal's excavation cover wide range from Paleolithic times to early historical. A Kalibangan, Rajasthan, he unearthed a prosperous city of the Harappan civilization, documenting the civilization period of early and mature Harappan. The excavations revealed that the earliest agriculture field and the earliest earthquake anywhere in the world. He has also been instrumental in excavating sites connected with the Mahabharata. He has just now explained Hastinapura and Indraprastha and that of Ramayana, which include a site at Ayodhya. The excavations relating to Mahabharata sites have established that there was a kernel of truth in Mahabharata, even though an epic may be considered by some to be full of interpolations. His identification of Purana Kila as the core of Indraprastha, one of the 5 villages that the Pandavas got, takes the antiquity of Delhi back to much more than idea of just about 1000 BC. I most certainly hope that the Archaeological Survey of India is maintaining the sites of Kalibangan and that of Indraprastha. These landmark sites should be exposed and conserved as archaeology parks under proper protected cover to showcase the actual antiquity of the regions. Modern construction technology provides many possibilities to create open archaeology park experiences for public to know and get acquainted with our ancient past. I also call upon the Ministry of Culture to highlight these archaeological sites as tourist attractions and make the visitors aware of the great antiquity of our nation and Delhi. In his book, The Rigvedic People, he comes to the conclusion that the Harappan civilization, also referred to us as Indus-Saraswati civilization, was occupied by the Rigvedic people and that there was never an invasion or immigration from the West. There can be debate on this. But Professor Lal has many awards to his credit. To name a few, he is a recipient of 2 honorary degrees, has been honored with the titles of Maha Mahopadhyaya and Vidyavaridi, and was awarded the Padma Bhushan in the year 2000. His work stands out as an example to young scholars in the opportunities in the field of archaeology. I wish Professor Lal good health and hope that he would continue to mentor and be leading light to all 5 generations of archaeologists. I must also laud the dedicated efforts of the Draupadi Dream Trust, especially Mrs. Neera Misra, in collecting some of the best minds together to compile this outstanding treatise on Bharata civilization. I am pleased to learn that this trust derives its name and inspiration from the historical iconic Draupadi, mentioned as one of the revered Panchakanya of ancient Bharata, as much worshipped Draupadi Amman of South India. The able guidance of eminent scholar Dr. B.R. Mani must have been equally noteworthy in the making of this significant work. I must also laud the efforts of Air Vice Marshal Retired Rajesh Lal and scholar Dr. Vinay Kumar in bringing out this important book. I heartily congratulate all the editors and contributors for publishing this Samhita of ancient knowledge. The presence of this august gathering of archaeologists, historians, scholars of various fields makes this occasion a very special one, and I am really happy to have this opportunity to be with you all today to celebrate and do my bit in nourishing the roots of ancient India by releasing this book. My dear friends, I have been going around as Vice President of India to different parts of the globe. There is so much interest, recognition and respect for India, mainly for 3 reasons. One is, of course, the latest, the economic upswing and the reforms that are going on. The main important aspect which makes them feel really closer to India is its civilization, its culture, its values, the non-violence provided by Mahatma Gandhi, the way we all lived, and the philosophy of India. Everywhere people go away from India, miles, thousands of miles away, they recognize our civilization, our culture, our heritage. But we in India, we have doubts about our own roots. That's why I say everybody should go back to the roots. Understand the history in a proper sense. And that's where views like people like Professor B.B.Lal, they should be highlighted by the media. Unfortunately, We don't get many such articles getting importance, except nowadays, now is all these making news, breaking news, good news, bad news, खुद उनका न्यूज़ भी चलता है आजकल हम लोग देखते हैं टेलीविजन चैनल्स में. You must really inform the people, the younger generation of the country, of true value of our civilization, the greatness. We have to learn about other civilizations also, nothing wrong. And that has been our culture, taking anything good from anybody. But at the same time, forgetting our own culture, our own heritage, our own values, respecting elders, respecting nature, respecting teacher, guru, respecting the parents, all these things. And because we started neglecting these basic things, the nature is now adversely hitting us. So that's why wherever I go, I am saying that please love and live with the nature. Nature, culture, together for a better future. That should be the guideline for our youngsters. We should respect our nature and also the heritage, and also see to it that our values, our ethics are all maintained in public life. That will really make India more strong, stable, prosperous, and also happy. Mere prosperity alone will not suffice. You require happiness. Now we are talking of happiness index and all. Happiness comes by maintaining values, by maintaining ethics, by maintaining balance. That's where you get happiness. It's simply if you have money, or even if you are wealthy, you cannot be healthy. Wealthiness will not bring healthiness. Healthiness can bring you wealthiness also. And also the happiness comes by following the cultural values, the service to others, service to human beings, service to God. Manava Seva, Madhava Seva. This is what our great forefathers have said. So we must all follow that. I would like to thank the organizers, editors and all participants here and wish them all success in their pursuit of knowledge. And I was told that this book release has to be done. I immediately accepted because I read about Professor Lal. I never had an occasion to meet him. As I was in public life and politics, in politics we are more concerned of meeting others. This is now fortunate I am not in politics. I think this is the first election after 42 years of my public life where I am not seen, not heard. This election that is going on. And I am in a different responsibility. I feel that I told our people, let us have this function not in Vijnana Bhavan, let us have it in my house. This Uparashtrapati Nivas, a real vice president used to go and then release books also. When you go out, vice president goes out, the protocol, there will be inconvenience to the people, traffic, problems and all these halls and all, they cost so much. So I told them, our people here, and I became vice president, let us have a hall here. So we got this hall constructed in 3 months through one Shirke Associates in Pune, not any foreign technology, our own technology. 2 months, 27 days, this hall was constructed with a free fabrication. And then this being used for book release, small cultural events and all, and free of cost, no problem, because value is there in the program. So cost is derived out of that value. So that's how we advise them to have. I welcome you all once again for this function. And I request you all also, there is small, after this tea arrangement also is made. Enjoy it and then go back. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.